I think a lot of people right now are just thinking that our system for selecting party nominees is crazy because you have a state like Pennsylvania where most of the delegates that are chosen in the aftermath of the primary election won't be bound to however the voters vote. Especially, I'm talking about the Republican convention. The reality is that we have a system that exists state by state. State political party committees get to decide what their process will be. Most of them have selection processes, which means that the votes for that state's delegation is really chosen by the voters, but not in every state. And that's because state laws vary and state regulations vary. And so we have this slightly crazy quilt system. So in the old days, it was party bosses, party leaders that really determined who the nominee of the party would be. The biggest critic of that was in the earliest 20th century, and that was Woodrow Wilson, who became president but had been a political scientist and historian. He put forth a new view, which is party nominees should be determined as a result of how voters vote in the party primary elections. His vision did not really come to fruition until decades later into the 1970s because of people like Senator George McGovern. So the modern system mostly reflects what Wilson wanted. Most of the delegates at the National Nominating Convention are there and will vote as a result of what the voters did in primary elections in their home states. The old system that was party boss dominated is mostly gone, but not completely. So Wilson's view is mostly achieved. Usually, the nominee is someone who won the most primaries and caucuses. But as we see this year, there are some delegates that are still chosen by party regulars and leaders. And so the Wilsonian view is not quite yet achieved.